course of your discussion, you have pointed out to hate literature, to extremist religious books radicalized by Muhammad Qutb, Maulana Maududi, and the likes of them. So what kind of hate literature and religious textbooks, extremist religious textbooks, are being taught and made freely available to the young generations of Pakistan, especially in madrasas or schools, that they fall prey to jihadist brainwashing and they become it's an easy prey to extremism and fanaticism. Could you please specify the textbooks or hate literature by Muhammad Qutb and the likes of them?
Muhammad Qutb's very famous book, notorious or famous as you like to call it, is The Milestones. In Arabic it is called Ma'alim Fit Tariq. Ma'alim Fit Tariq has a number of chapters very expressly provoking Muslims of the world to fight against the modern civilization, calling it an evil civilization, calling it the civilization which is enemy of Allah, and destruction of this civilization is binding on Muslims. Ma'alim Fit Tariq, that is his most celebrated book, which the modern revivalist movements like Taliban, Al-Qaeda, Hizb ut-Tahrir, they have accepted this book as a manifesto, that it's a very important declaration of Muslim agenda. This one book. Then Maulana Maududi has a number of them, but if you start with his literature starting in 1940, his very famous book Irtidad Ki Saza Islami Qanun mein, the most hateful book, full of aggressive hate for the world, in which he gives 100 arguments showing that the world is as dirty as we think, and that Islam is absolutely justified in killing anybody who leaves Islam. That is his book, in which he proves that there is a very interesting definition he gives about the murtad, the fitri murtad, and the murtad, murtad fikri, murtad fikri or murtad fitri. Fikri is the one who chooses as a conscious human being to be a Muslim and then goes apostate, turns back and leaves Islam. He is murtad milli or murtad fikri. He is to be killed. He has to be beheaded. He will be given, according to Islamic Sharia, 3 days to repent. If he does not and does not say Tawbah and forgive me please, then he will be beheaded. Then there is murtad fitri. Somebody asked him, if some boy who has never known Islam and his father made him a Muslim, he has not chosen to be a Muslim, he was just born in a Muslim family, he says, no, I don't agree with Islam, and leaves it, what is the punishment? He said he has to be killed more expressly, more immediately, because he is the murtad fitri. The nature, Allah's decision made him a Muslim, and he chooses to leave it. He is a double rebel, not only a rebel of intellect, a rebel of Allah, who has defied Allah's decision. Allah made him a Muslim and he says, I am not going to be a Muslim. So he should be immediately killed. And then he wrote, those after the Islamic Revolution, we will give 4 months. And then he quotes the 13 first verses of Surah Al-Tawbah, in which, and he says with pride, this is the only surah in Quran which starts without Bismillah, and it shows the high mood of Allah of anger. That he does not start the surah with Bismillah, and he starts straight with anger because he hates the kuffar and gives them no time to live. So the Quran, these 13 verses of Quran say, you are given 4 months to be Muslims, you will be our brothers, or leave the Arabian Peninsula. You have 4 months, and if you don't, then kill them, O Muslims, kill them wherever you find them. And he says, we will give them 1 year because there are certain reasons. The British rule for 200 years has corrupted our Muslim youth, but we will give them 1 year. We will tell Muslims, behave like Muslims, obey all the injunctions of Quran and Sharia, and after 1 year, if you do not want to obey, leave within that 1 year, leave this country, go away. And if they still do not, they do not accept, obey Islam, and do not leave the Muslim world, then they will be beheaded. Look, this is the start of that great thinker in 40, and he ultimately ends in his last book, not last, but those books on Khilafatul Mulukiyat, and he gives you the same agenda, that is, the world will be under caliphate, and there will be no pardon for anybody. Wherever Islam will become the ruling religion, it will implement its Sharia, and there will be the status of all those who are under Islamic government will be that of Zimmis if they are not Muslims. They will be Zimmis if they are Ahle Kitab, and if they are Mushrik, they will be killed. If they are Mushrik, they worship idols, they will have to be killed. And the Arabs, the Muslim rulers in India who did not kill were wrong. They were weak Muslims because they accepted the idol worshippers. They accepted them, allowed them to live, because the idol worshippers could not be allowed to live. You can allow the Ahle Kitab to exist, but they have to be Zimmis under Islam. And those who are not Ahle Kitab, they worship idols, they do not have a right to live. They have to be killed. This is Maulana Maududi, and this is what Qutb said. And these are the theories that most of the Muslims proudly accept as the revivalist thinkers of our times. That these are the great thinkers who have given us the agenda for Muslim revival.